Yeah, I just had a fucking. The following fucking thing is sponsored by your mom. Anyway, so in 3, 2, 1, welcome everybody to another edition of the Desk. I'm your host, JCS, the only founder, ruler, grand poobah of OCW, the subsidiaries. Viewer discretion, or actually listener discretion, or both if you want to think of it in that capacity, are strongly advised. This is episode 163. I think I said that. If I didn't, too bad. And I'm joined today by, my right hand, but not really. My right hand in production, no question about it. The one and only, the king of OCW commentary, the one who brought it to the forefront, the one who has kept it going for a record 23 weeks consecutively, even when he can't be here. The one and only Nicole.
Hey, that was way too much of an entrance. Hi, everybody. I'm not special. This is Jay's forum.
I wanted you to.
Was this my time to sing?
No, I was expecting a different reaction from when I said Nicole, but what are you gonna do? Anyway.
Oh yeah.
So I had notes written down. They're all, and the funny thing is, I took notes because I wanted to, not ramble on. Because what happens is I have all the ideas I want to say during the day, but at night, by the time I get home, the brain is just gone. So I wind up just hitting maybe 2 of the 20 things that I had written, in my head. So what I did is I wrote it on my phone. Unfortunately, it is not in order. So
good. So we're gonna be all over the place.
It's going all over the place. So I guess first and foremost, let me just start off, and I'll try to Wrestlution. It's done. Thank you everybody who participated. I did the credits thing as an attempt to try to thank everybody individually. I know I left some people out. Well, I left some people out in the other categories, but again, a shout out to as I said, Jake, Angus, Pew, Dan, for he did a couple of things of artwork. Me and him sat down. We were trying to get the motion cards together. We sat down for a couple hours and tried to hammer that out. It didn't work, so I wound up going with the subway thing. Shout out to him. Shout out to Dupree for making the arena and the initial Wrestlution logos as well. I think I may have left him out, but he's there because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have an arena. He's like, I want to put a bridge B, and I was like, go for it. And we have the arena. It was awesome. I loved it. And yeah, everybody who participated. So thank you so much. But by that same token, there's a special fuck you in addition to that. So here's the thing with Wrestlution. And I'm gonna jump around. I apologize because it is what it is. But Prime was but I kind of echo the sentiments of a few people where it probably shouldn't have not did Prime, and if I did Prime, maybe it should have just been one match. I'm not, or 2 matches. It felt, I don't know how to put it. Like, the idea of Wrestlution is to get people who work hard to work hard, to kind of reward them for doing what generally actually what they're supposed to be doing, which is kind of stupid. Like, hey, here's the thing because you did it the right way. That's kind of dumb, but it is what it is. In days gone past, at one point it was the fucking participation era where everybody gets on Lucian. You get on Lucian, and you get on Lucian, and hey, you're new, everybody gets on Lucian. When you look back in a couple years, in years prior, like a guy like Dupree had to fucking fight to get on Lucian, and even then it was like the opening match of a fucking pre-show. It wasn't even called Prime; it was a pre-show. It was like basically just one match, and I think it was that, or maybe on the main show. I don't remember. I have head problems, but the thing is, people get on Lucian like kind of easily. You just basically have to do a modicum of work. So what gets me in my motherfucking goat is when people go on Lucian and then they dip. Like that's it. Just if that's the case, then fuck off prior, because. Like, for example, the fucking anime bitch. Sorry, it's just, that's how it goes. All right, this man was a victim of some kind of stupidity off rip by, the whole debacle with we're not going to get into the whole debacle, but he was a victim of that. But in addition to that, he was also big timing on the sideline. Either way. So, due to the, hoot court, and if you don't know, that's basically the wrestler's court. If you don't know that, Google that. But the idea is you have a discrepancy or a discretion, and then your peers gather around. There's a mock courtroom and a judgment's held, and usually it's something minuscule. At the end of the day, I'm the one who hands out, if I think the punishment fits the crime. In this case, the judgment did not fit the crime, but this person is so fucking chemically dense that they didn't understand that notion. They assumed that was the punishment, and they left, and that, it is what it is. But then upon using cooler heads and logic, hey man, wasn't gonna happen. Oh, okay, I just wanted to be on Lucian. All right, cool, man. But you blew your opportunity. It happens. But then you take it, and then you have the opportunity given back to you by somebody. So which then alone you should be like, oh man, thank you, I appreciate that. That's good, and everybody's happy. Apparently not. Match gets done, and then it becomes a fucking ball ache, a fucking drag, a grind, a pain in the fucking ass to get a fucking video. I don't understand. It's strange to me. I'm not intelligent enough to come up with the specific words that I should use if I had a psychology degree, but the bottom line is it's fucktarded. There's no excuse for it. You know that everybody and their mother is grinding in this last 2-3 weeks. Everybody who is anybody in this little community organization, hobby, clubhouse, sociopathic, timeline table, fucking pile of shit, whatever. Everybody here is working overtime to get everything done, get everything sorted, make sure everything needs to be where it needs to be. And then you got a guy dragging his ass, too cool for fucking school. Oh, fuck you. You got what you want, and you still a fucking dick about it. So as far as I'm concerned, fuck off forever. Damn, bitch ass motherfuckers. All right,
tell them
that out the way. I mentioned the amounts of work for Wrestlution. It just fucking bugs me though. I hate that fucking nonchalant attitude. If that's how you feel, that's fine. Please leave and go. That's it. Go away. Let us know. All right, cool. Fuck off. That's it. Because and here's another thing that this is something that I it was on the other list, but I might as well bring it back together. But why? I don't understand. I'm a lot of things. I can be an asshole. I can be supportive. I can be fucking forgetful. Everybody knows that. I'm a lot of things. I try to be fair for the most part, but one thing I am not is psychic. I can't read minds. I don't actively go around to people and pat them on the ass and ask them how they're doing. Do the rectal exam. Hey man, are you content? Hey man, are you good? Hey, I just don't. If you're not here, I'm not gonna make it my calling to go out and reach out to you and say, hey man, what's up? It's not because I don't care, but it's like I just, with everything else going on, especially IRL sounds so stupid, but everything going on, it's really hard to keep track of everything. I'm not The Rock. I don't have a media team of, hey man, don't forget to fucking reach out to this guy on his birthday. Like I just, it's like if I see it, cool, but for the most part, my thing is, if you're not here, then I'm not gonna bother you and say, hey man, here's the old ball and chain, come on back, because the people that would be in that situation are aware of what's required to be here. They know that it's not just, show up, blah, blah, blah. They have to do a little bit of work. So I'm not going to go and say, you want to come back, dude, because we're aware what's required. But if they come to me and say, hey man, do you have, yeah, sure. If you got time, fuck it. If you want to come for a couple of weeks, knock yourself out. I don't care. I'm not, I'm easy like Sunday morning. I don't give a shit. But to my original point, I'm not fucking psychic. So if there's something you don't like, you should probably fucking say something to me. Let me know, because then we could probably work on it and fix it amicably. But if you don't, I can't tell your intentions. I don't know how you feel. Now, if someone like Nate could tell me, hey, I need this, this, and this, cool. If someone like, Booker Man could tell me this, this, and this, cool. Someone like Pew could tell me this, this, and this, cool. And the line goes motherfucking down the goddamn list. Everybody in between. But certain people don't want to say shit, and then they get in their fucking feelings, and they fucking disappear. Fuck you. Anyway, moving right along.
Keep getting them. We got Classic J. I love it.
Fuck it. Oh, I already said props to you. This one I'll save for later. I'll save that one for later. Another fun factoid. So as you notice, the legends are, I kind of made it like hokey, like the last ride, the legends, but Nate is still here. Dan said he was gone, so he is gone, as far as I'm aware. And, Dupree is still booking. So it really, it's the kayfabe, that's the kayfabe, but in reality, nothing really has changed, except that moving forward, it really is about the future. That's the thing. So a lot of times, especially here, we ride rookies, but it's not so much, rookies are trash, but it's like you gotta ingest a lot of information, and some of you aren't capable of it. Maybe it's because you're fucking stupid, or maybe you don't understand, maybe you don't ask questions. I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's just how I feel. The thing is, you're responsible for the future, and we've had really good, people stepping up, and then we've also had at times absolute shit. I can go back, like 2009 was the terrible year. 2015 was pretty mediocre. No shot on Jacob Trans, but it was just the combination of a shitty game and everything. Yeah, 2011 was, I think, kind of shitty. Fucking '07 was really touch and go. 2005 was terrible. 2009 was terrible. And it's a combination of a shitty game in those instances, but also the people at the top are kind of just garbage. So moving forward, there's a crop of new people coming up, and then there's a crop of people like in the middle who are going to have to step up. And the thing is, it's really hard to determine what it is specifically you need to step up. It just, I know it's incredibly vague, and I know it can be frustrating, because here's the other caveat about stepping up. When you got the legends, I don't have to go to a legend match and criticize it, because I have nothing to fucking say, because they know what the fuck needs to be done at all times. So it's never a question of like, why'd you do that? Why? No, I'm trying to think of the last maybe year and a half, and I have yet to have any question for a main event match involving a legend, because they all know what the fuck to do. So when you have to move people up, not to legend status, but when you have to move people up to, I guess, the next level, it comes with a bit of me being hypercritical. And then a lot of people aren't used to that. They're like, what? Why? He didn't say nothing 3 weeks ago. He didn't say nothing at the start of the season. He didn't say nothing 5 months ago. Why is he up my ass now? Because now you have to fucking set the stage. And if you can't get the basics right, I'm going to be up your motherfucking ass. That's the bottom line. And if you can't take it, get the fuck out. Because I got it. Because you know why? Because you have to set the example moving forward. The legends did. The legends dealt with me, chewing them out years ago. That's why now they're fucking immaculate. Oh, they're not immaculate. Well, you know what? Your matches ain't shit either. So I don't know. Ask that question to yourself. So that's what it boils down to. So that's what's going to wind up happening, because we're going to have all these people trying to step up. And I will support you to the best of my ability. And I want you to succeed. But don't for any fucking circumstance think that I'm just going to let you get a free ride and I'm not going to call you on your bullshit. I have to. Because if I don't, you know what happens? We have a fucking top tier card where they're fucking oh, you oh, you they're fucking bickering at each other. And that, you know what the difference is? With Legends matches, top tier main events, they don't bicker with each other. They don't argue. They don't have debates. They just do their fucking matches. Was that good? I think that was good. All right, good. It was straight. There's no fucking, oh, you did this to me. Oh, you did that to me. Oh, you trying to take advantage. Blah, blah, blah. None of that bullshit. That's the problem. So if that's going to be moving forward, then you need to check your ass at the motherfucking door. Check your ego, because it ain't going to happen no more. Not on my watch, motherfucker. You trying to step up? Great. I support you. Don't fuck it up. Anyway, moving along. And here's a fun fact. I'm not even drunk. I'm literally drinking seltzer water. This is called Passion. Okay.
That's all right. You don't got to defend yourself.
I'm not. Some people
keep it ripping. Off the hip, man.
Some people are not used to that, and that's just sad. Sadly, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them all, and then you have the facts of life. The facts of life. Oh.
I knew we'd get to some Jay singing.
Yeah, a poster gate. I just wanted to touch on it because it's kind of hilarious. All right, poster gate. So let me try to. I have to open up Discord so I can do the timeline. So poster gate. It's not. It's funny, but it's also I kind of feel bad. So we had the beautiful poster that shout out to Empress, she made. But here's a fun fact that you may or may not know. That was the 5th or 6th poster that she made for me. So let's bring it on back. Once I found out that Empress had talent, I was like, hey man, I would like to use your talent, but I know that doing artwork is difficult. I know that you would be doing it for free. So here's like 4 or 5 people. And if this is okay, let me know. If you want me to go fuck myself, I will. It's not a problem. I don't want to bug you. Empress is like, okay. So I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. But anyway.
Why is Empress Mario?
I don't know. I don't know. That one. Just let me live. So while I'm talking to you, I'm trying to pull up the initial PM I had with Empress. I'm trying to figure out when I did it for the first time. I think it was, if I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say it was probably maybe middle of April. I know that. Let me see. She had a poster done on May 6th at one point.
No, middle of April. Middle of April sounds about right.
Yeah,
because
I'm trying to see.
Based on the way that
she was asking for the assets for the logo. So that was April 28th. Okay. So yeah. So I gave her the font. Let me see. I'm trying to see where I asked her for. She gave me a working sample Her finished product was 428, and that was like one of the first versions. And I was like, this is great. I need more. So let me try to find the actual. That was the first logo. Okay. So on 411, we were going back and forth. She said, it sounds fun. I can do it. I'm not going to, throw, whatever. She said, I can probably pull off 10, maybe 11 without being a clusterfuck. So I was like, cool. So my initial list was Empress, Valk, Flojo, Stupid Adam, Pew, Quartz, Dot Green, Cassidy Hayes. I put maybe, but then he's retired, so fuck him. Rex, Mystico, Drago, and then I kind of want Dupree for that long, silly blonde hair, trying to mix in cool characters with popular characters. What does that mean? Now, if I have everybody that looks generic on the poster, it looks like shit. So I need things that could pop, things that look different. So, for example, Empress has her own little chibi look, and she's the artist, so why not have her on her own shit? That'd be fucked up. Hey, man, I need you to do this, but I don't want you on it. And I like the character. The character looks good. Valkyrie, because if not, Valkyrie will probably jump off a bridge. But no, I'm kidding. Valkyrie is one of the iconic women of the roster, so why not? Flojo is incredibly fucking unique. Of course. B17, the stupid sunglasses, and at that point, he was kind of homosexual looking, so yay. Pew, of course it's Pew. He's old and he's going to be in the main event. Why not? Dot Green, the champion, a rookie, has a somewhat unique look with the at the time that poster had the fuzzy hair, not the braids. But what are you gonna do? I said Dot Green. Cassidy Hayes, iconic look, but he's retired, so he can go fuck himself. Rex, the stupid beard, and as you saw in the poster, depressed as fuck. Perfect. Mystical, mask, very unique. Drago, fucking Drago, man. If you want to make the argument for Drago looks plain, I mean, he'll fuck you, so I'm not going to make that argument.
Yeah, don't break the golden rule, kids.
Of course. And then Dupree, the long blonde hair, unique. So she did the research, she looked it up, whatever, and then a couple days later, actually no, 2 weeks later, we get Okay, so she had the sample, fell in love with it, loved it. I was like, you've captured the energy of Rex and Pew perfectly. This is fucking amazing. That's me. And then she put Dupree, and she even got the classic half smile, which fucking killed me. That made me weak. I was so happy. I was happy for like a day and a half. And I told her, I love how Pew looks so miserable. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Now, this is where I'm like, it feels weird to have Drago and not Mugen. So now we add Mugen to the mix because Mugen's fucking insane. And he has that weird haircut and the whole eye thing. So now a couple days later. And then she said Cass, but I said, no, Cass is retired, so that's stupid. So then I suggested the next batch, which was Mugen, H2O, who has the dumb sunglasses, that weird kind of mullet thing, and that little fucking shout it away kind of look. Who the fuck was this guy? Oh, I don't know. I put K.
Next to Drago?
No. I put Court. I had KD, but I took KD out. So you can call me racist. I'm sorry. The reason I took KD out because he wasn't actually... Dude, shut up. The reason I took KD out was because he wasn't actually on Wrestlution. So I was trying to have people that were on Wrestlution. I tried to catch myself, but that's the bottom line. That's why KD wasn't in, so I apologize for that. So I said thinking about H2O and his stupid sunglasses, and maybe Spider because he has one stupid eye. So Empress goes back to work. She says, Mugen, H2O, Spider. This may take a little bit longer, but I'll try to get done. No rush. Do what you got to do. I'm also thinking Court because of the stupid America glasses and Trey with his dumb braids. It's just unique stuff. That's good shit. Now, that's the last part was a lie. I just said that's unique stuff. So she said, I'll try to put it together, and that was in late April. I told her about positioning. She added Nate and everybody. Let's see what else. Okay, how many does she have now? Oh, she sent the next thing in May 1st. Oh, my God, this is amazing. I can't believe it. That's me talking to her because I was so happy. She made my day. I told her to move some other shit around. Let me see if I told her to add anybody else. Oh, okay, she finally done. So, yeah, that was basically everybody that way. Because, no, she added Ashley herself, I believe. Yeah, she added Ashley. And probably because of the whole, thing with, they're a team. I'm trying to fast forward. Then and May the 11th, she sent some other stuff, and I was like, great, make it horizontal. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's why not everybody was on the fucking list. It kind of just happened that way. It wasn't intentional, but I'm not gonna tell one person, hey man, I need you to add 38 people to the poster. You just make it work. It's fine. So that's why. So I hope that cleared it up. And if it didn't, go fuck yourself. The best I can do. Okay. The future. I'll talk about it later. Rookie graduation. There will be a rookie graduation this week. And with that being said, I believe there's 3 or 4 or 5 people in the graduation list. Now, to be clear, there was talks about ungraduation or fucking hold on, I need a sip of this. There was talk about demoting people, but I put that to rest because I'm not a monster. That being said, the committee came up with like I said, anywhere, I think it's 3 or 4. I think 2 other names were in consideration. So either 4 or 5, I believe. I could be wrong. Could also be 3. But that's what the committee came up with, not me. So when you see the next graduation class, hopefully, if I'm going to aim for a day, I'll probably say maybe Saturday, Sunday, because the video doesn't really take too long. You just got to grab an asset or 2, and it doesn't take long at all. So you'll see it Saturday or Sunday. Don't come to me, don't bitch to me, because I ain't picking none of these motherfuckers. The committee did, not me. So you have any problem, you bring it up with them motherfuckers. Moving on. Oh, yes. As you know, we got... God damn it. Stupid fucking phone. Okay. As you know, we have the next pay-per-view, which is Consequence, in July. There's no set date, but more than likely it's going to be the last Sunday of July that I can manage. And in addition to that, you also have Mugen's Beach Party, which if I'm to be led correctly, would be roughly the last Saturday in July. I don't know any other specifics about the beach party other than Mugen is doing that, and I believe he has his cards. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask Mugen. But as far as I'm aware, it's very short. I think it's 5 matches total. Speaking of 5 matches, you may have noticed that Savage Lands is not on the docket. But we got you covered. We have Savage Saturday, which I didn't get to put on the Wrestlution video because I ran out of goddamn time. So you have Savage Saturday, which tentatively was supposed to be in July, but more than likely it's probably going to be like a Saturday, like the first Saturday of August. It's a 4 to 5 person. A 4 to 5 match event. I haven't come up with a card yet. It's going to be matches I want to see personally. I don't think there's going to be any goals on the line for the most part because some of y'all are kind of weird. But it's going to be similar to the last Savage Saturday that we had maybe 2-3 years ago, which was a pretty decent set of about 4 or 5 matches. So be on the lookout for that. All right. The other concern that I wanted to discuss is possibly due to the fact that, after Wrestlution, or rather Wrestlution Prime, I was thinking about having pay-per-views on Saturday with the web shows on Sunday for the simple fact that I'm just looking at Prime compared to Lucian, and it feels like Prime is doing a little bit better, probably because it was out a day earlier also. But I feel like a Saturday pay-per-view is less taxing on everybody involved, on me because I have the Sunday buffer to fucking decompress or just do whatever, on everybody else because some people don't have to stay up late to watch a show. But that's still up for debate. We'll see what happens. At the most part, maybe we'll do a small show. Jake, thank you for your for your patience. We got some stuff from you. Are you even there still? Or did you die? You alive?
Nope.
Okay, good. We got you
Letting
later.
you take the reins.
We got you later. Let me see. I put review some matches, so that'll probably be us in a little bit shortly. After we'll get to that. Priority finishers. I put Jack in the Box and Horse Kick. Change to sig. Yeah, basically next season. Some finishers have been known to have really weird priorities or frame that up. Bottom line, 2K doesn't know how to balance a game worth of shit. We all know this. It's all fun and games, but at the end of the day, we still have to have some form of competition. And the finishers, I like them for their spontaneity. They're out of nowhere action, but if they take precedence over like 90% of other people's finishers, it's not good. It's not good. So the solution simple: make it a sig, and then figure out a new finisher. So on the plus side, you can think of it like this: if you take a finisher that's really hard to reverse and you make it a sig, that means that no matter what you do when you hit that sig, you'll always get your finisher. So hey, congratulations, you got that. And on the other hand, you also get a new finisher change. So yay, congratulations to you. So bottom line, Jack in the Box, Horse Kick, signatures next season. Go fuck yourself if you disagree. Basically. Moving along, thoughts on matches, that's later. Bullshit. I put bullshit moved FPR advantages. I guess that was basically a fucking rant about duck unders and that stupid wake up taunt bullshit. Not wake up taunt, but that like come here. I just don't like that. But I've seen less and less people use it, and the people that do have it, most of the time it's just done once. Am I mistaken in that, or are you seeing it as an epidemic, Jake?
No, a lot of people have been listening to the complaints that they get for it, and whether it's out of, oh, I should probably not be a dick, or, oh, I didn't know it was as abusive as it maybe is, or I just don't want to get yelled at by Jason Sensation in the hoots. One way or another, it has decreased, I would say, mid-card and up.
Oh, God. It's not good at all. It should be low-card and below, but yeah. I mean, if you do it once, I don't care. Whatever. I mean, personally, I'm like, but it's like, it's like a compared to wrestling when someone does like a thumb to the eyes. Like, oh, that wasn't nice. I was like, all right, well, yeah, whatever. I don't care. But like, if you do it more than once, you're a dick. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I think you're a dick. So do it once.
You shouldn't overdo anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem. Like, we had a discussion earlier today about, the fucking, the Dr. Was it Dr. Teeth, the fucking come and get me thing, and then the duck unders, and then, what was the other one? The turmoil neck breaker.
Yeah, and moves without heavies in them.
I mean, well, the move without heavy thing, that's, there's people. Like when you fought, what's his face? When we were still with the, when most people were like, we're not going to use yellows. And the guy's like, I can use them. I mean, technically. Oh,
Benji. Yeah, Benji's like, it's not banned yet.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're a dick, but what are you going to do? So that's the same thing with that. I put that on par with like people removing heavies, whatever, because, I lose my competitive advantage. I mean, sure. It's true. We are competitive and it's hybrid. It's that stupid delicate line that we have to we got to do it, because if you don't, you know what happens? You have places where fucking the top ranking people are fighting back and forth instead of working together. Imagine me and Nate arguing over FPR. Like, oh, Nate, you cheese me. Oh, Nate, how can you do that to me? Like, I think of that world, and that's like a world I don't want to be a part of. Fuck this. I'm going to go play Minecraft. Suck my dick. So it's like, we don't have that issue. The top end people, for the most part, know what the fuck they're supposed to do. So it's never an issue. The problem is that, the middle and lower, they got to learn. And then some people assume they know, and you don't know shit. But you don't know that you don't know shit, and you don't want to understand that you don't know shit. So then it's like, but why? And then you get confused. So stop it. Sorry, I ran a rant there. But yeah, it was bullshit FPR advantages. Bottom line, I'm sure people. I just hope people call you out more, and that's it. Like you get caught out. Whatever. Stop being a dick. Don't be a dick. FPR, maybe no finisher. This is something that we were also discussing, because actually Dan brought it up in the other chat about no finishers, and I don't hate the idea. I like the idea, but the problem is that FPR is never ever for the top. It's for the bottom in the middle. And that's not because you guys are terrible, but it's because you're terrible. No, I'm kidding. It's because you haven't been here long enough to understand. So, while one guy will take, I don't know, let's take, let me see, let me think of somebody. You got Salami Kane and Horsey, right? Which I'll get to that a little bit later. You got Salami Kane and Horsey, and they're having a fight. I guess they're having a match on Riot. And let's say we don't have the finisher rule. So, they're both red. It's late in the match. And fucking Salami gets a roll up. That's cool. Horsey doesn't look too bad. Horsey got rolled up and Salami gets the win. Or even better, since Horsey's a little bit smaller. Horsey, I mean the last blacksmith, obviously. And he gets a roll by Salami case. Kane still looks good because he got rolled up. And then, Horsey is like, oh, chicken shit heel, which is wrestling 101. You really can't hate that. That's a good example. Now, here's also a bad example. You got, I don't know, take another name. Fuck it. I'll use Alex Asher just at random. You have Alex Asher and fucking Thomas Archer. All right. And they have a match. And as soon as this match starts, fucking Asher does the fucking, does a leg sweep and a pin. And Thomas is stupid. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, that looks kind of weird, but all right, fuck it. And next week, he does it again. Oh. Okay, well, is that the gimmick? Not really, but it's because he wins, so yay. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see the propensity for stupidity? That's the problem. Because if you know how to work a wrestling match in some capacity, then it's okay. But most people don't, because A, they don't watch wrestling, or B, they don't care, or C, they think they know better. So you just have fuckery, which we have to prevent. So that's why we always have all these rules upon rules upon rules upon rules upon rules upon rules upon rules. Sadly. That's just the nature of the beast. The nature of the beast. So who knows? Maybe it'll come up, maybe it won't. But wake up finishers. Wake up finishers. I'm 85% sure that when we do the next fair play rules discussion towards the end of the season, that wake up finishers will be not so. Yeah, they're more likely they're either going to be removed or you can do pickup finishers, more than likely, because the game has changed. It's not like the reason that we had the rule in the first place was the first games they had you had no time to defend yourself, so you were automatically, as soon as you finishers like nothing, like candy. Nowadays, wake-ups are, as Cass said, wake-ups are actually more prohibitive in the sense that it leaves you open, it leaves you more vulnerable than a pickup finisher. So more than likely there's a really good chance it's gone. So I want to touch on that. What else? Review match later. Oh, okay, I guess I can talk about Lucian now. Oh no, there's one more instance. I put card position don't mean shit, motherfucker. Yeah. I'm assuming it's a wrestling thing. Well, actually, no, I'm not assuming it is a wrestling thing. Card position. In my head, just being on the card should be, like, hey, I'm on the card. Cool. Like, that should be the point of pride. Now, when you got people, they're like, oh, why am I here? Why am I there? That's why I'm like, fuck you. Because, again, you should be happy to be on the card. Like, in an ideal wrestling situation, you want the opening match to set the benchmark. Like, you want the opening match to be fucking fire. So that, let's take AEW, for example. SC, is it SCU? Yeah, I believe it's SCU. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up. Daniels Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. I think it's SCU. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And, Strong Hearts. Fucking El Lindemann in it. It was amazing. It was fucking great. Now, if you go by OCW logic, why am I on the low card? You're like, what? No, motherfucker. You're supposed to set the pace. You're supposed to. I always go from the disposition, or the position rather, that if wherever your match is, that's the main event for you, in the sense that you're going to go out there, you're going to give it 197%, and your match ain't gonna be shit. You and your opponent are gonna fucking bring it down. That's the mindset I come from. So, like, when we had Lucian the last 2 years, the last 2 years, or maybe 3, I think I've opened up the last 2 or 3 Lucians because A, I don't give a fuck, and B, it's early in the day, and I don't care. And I run the place. By the dictation of fucking E-Feds and leagues, I should be ending the show every fucking, it's my show, I have to end, I have to be the champion. I gotta win. No. I fucking open the show because that's me trying to set an example for you motherfuckers. You'd be like, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I try to have a really good fucking match. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I'll try again later. I'll try again the next go round. But some of you people are stuck in this fucking mindset of, where am I how come I'm not here on the card? I don't care. You are where you are. And I want to stop trying to take that into consideration. I just want to have the best possible matches on the card, despite where they go. Where they go, nobody knows, but where they go, the show will go. So, shut up. Well, you're not really, no one's really complaining, but it just fucking bugs me. I hate that shit. Should be fucking just fortunate to be on. Okay, moving on. The future. I put this to future, and then I put a bunch of exclamation points because that means it's important. Okay, the future. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's up to y'all. Legends ain't really gonna be here to hold your hands and stuff. I mean, they'll be here to answer questions, obviously, but you get what I mean. I want to start changing, not relying on legends, but I want the legendary mentality to seep into all sections of the card. I want everybody to have good matches. I want everybody to, do well. But you got to open your mind and take your head out your ass. So, who the fuck knows? Anyway, moving on to the more pleasant stuff. I want to talk a little bit about Lucian. I want to answer some questions. I want Jake to actually start speaking again because he's just been real quiet for about 35 motherfucking minutes. Good for you, man. Haven't said a
Hey,
fucking word.
you didn't open this with this is Jake's platform to rant and rave. This is all you, my man. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Sorry, I won't keep it too long. But yeah, I love that. That's kind of like Jesus Christ. All right. I had a note here that said B17 improving most people, improving B17 not combo. What does that mean?
Read that off to me again.
I'll read it off to you again. This is my note. My note is B17 improving, most people improving, B17 not combo.
Okay, yeah. So I can kind of translate that a little bit. So B17 improving, I guess that would come from a standpoint of the people that would, complain about the fact that he is quote unquote optimized, and the fact that he uses moves and combos that are very much calculated for winning a match and not, having a good match. And him and Valkyrie are kind of in the same boat, in my opinion, with like early season, people were looking at them a little funny. Like Jamie has said that shit like constantly to Adam, and then of course Dan and other people talk to Valkyrie. But both of them, instead of oh no, they're up a reversal. Now here comes the 20-hit combo. Both Lucian matches, you didn't really see, you expected to see it, but you didn't really see it. And then the everybody improving thing is kind of in that same boat, where we are kind of engaged as a community into what I call the James Harden effect, which is the internet is going to shit on you so much to the point that you are going to dedicate yourself to changing for the better. So James Harden's the example, for those that don't watch basketball, of he had montage after montage created of his terrible defensive plays and the reason why he sucked, and he garnered this terrible reputation. So then he went out and became one of the better two-guard players in the league, and a very solid defender, so that wouldn't happen anymore. Valkyrie got shit thrown on her name for the combos and the moves and the duck unders and whatever, and you didn't see that at all. You didn't see, every time she majored Blaine, you saw a big high impact move and maybe another one to follow up. You didn't see like two different standing stun moves and then a sig and then a pickup to the corner. It wasn't like an optimization thing. They weren't playing it like a game, which is good, which is why I think you, of all people, enjoyed all of the matches on Lucian. Compared to some of the matches I've called with you after the fact, you're like, I felt like I was watching 2K. Whereas at Lucian, and it may be because it was Lucian, A, that people stepped up, and B, that you just inherently enjoyed it, is after every match you were like, I expected shit, but that was pretty good. And it happened after every single match I feel like that we did. Every single one, you were just like, you know what? This was a solid card. And so that's pretty much where that came from. Yeah, and then the B17 no combo is just that he didn't really get any off on either.
No, there was like there's a couple times where like, oh, here it comes, and he did.
Yes, exactly.
Like, everybody was like, yeah, it's goodbye, it's coming. Oh, well, okay, well, fuck.
I don't know.
He's fucking. Oh, he's fucking wrestling. Ain't this some shit? All right, well, fucking, your hair's stupid. I'm gonna find something to bitch about. Fuck you and your dumb vest.
Well, we all got to enjoy the heel losing for wrestling reasons, I think. And I told you after the show, like, other than I think one match, Malu, I think was the only one, the CCW match. The fans went home happy on every single match. The good guys won every single match. It was kind of amazing.
Which is weird, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't know, like when it's comp, but it worked out better. So I'll do some questions. We'll do some questions, and then maybe a little bit of Lucian talk, and then that's it. We're done. So, looking through the ask question thread, that's gonna be fun. Okay.
Here, I can read them off to you because I already have them written down. I'm the executive assistant's ready to go.
Sure.
Yeah, filtering out the bullshit.
I wanted to answer how big is Sean McGee's dick. I don't know. Why don't you fucking ask him, you creeps?
We're not there yet, Jay. First question: how's your day been?
It's a stupid question. My dad got hit by a car, so day's not great.
Not a great day.
He's fine though. He has a broken leg, which was stressful. But, yeah.
Thank you for capping it off with that, because it would have been very disconcerting to just skip over that part in the podcast on second listen.
I called him because I was with him all day yesterday when I had to go to him, then go back to work and go back to him, and take his monkey ass home. But yeah, his leg got fucked up. Some asshole, hit him with a car when they made a legal turn and fucking they collided. But he's a powerful old man. He's 70 something. They got a 6-pack. So when he was at the hospital, all the fucking nurses was checking out his old dad. I'm like, yo, stop it! Like, nurses, stop checking out my dad, man. Like, motherfuckers yoked. And then,
get well soon, Dad Jay.
Yeah, he's amazing. So he's like, I can't do my fucking exercise, boss. I want you to buy me a typewriter so I can type. I was like, all right, Dad. So I got to go find him a typewriter in Gramercy so he could type. So he could type his proverbs and shit and teach his people. So shout out to Dad, and he's recuperating. So that's how my fucking day's been stressful. Next question.
What is your dream Lucian main event if you take into all roster of all time? There's no handler issues.
We got it like 2 days ago.
I agree. I was going to say the same thing. Obligatory, tell me I'm great Flojo question. Do you think Flojo benefited when Styx left, and do you think Styx would have been in a higher card position had she stayed?
Probably, because they had a consistent program. But the thing is, when Styx left literally at the end of the season when they were supposed to. So, like, basically, she closed out everything she had to do. So there was really nowhere. I mean, it's not that there was nowhere to go, but like how when everybody wraps everything up and then they wait for the next season. So she left at that point. So there was really one can't really say. So Flojo, I don't know. Maybe Flojo would have been. That's a really weird question. I can't say. Maybe if you had Flojo had someone extra to play with, I guess. But it really didn't make an issue. Make any. It didn't matter one way or another because it wasn't done mid-season. It was at the end of the season. So I guess.
I think the question comes from trajectory based on how everything ended and then the impact that she had around the Lucian season. And I think Flojo is playing like a alternate universe game. Like maybe at Road to Glory, it's Daryl Styx with Falcon Bell. And
probably it all depends on what happens with the matches. Because remember, between here and Lucian, there was a bunch of different women's matches, and some people got raffle stomped and some people didn't, and a bunch of weird shit happened in between. So it's really speculatory. Who's to fucking say? Like, if you would have told me that Valkyrie would be probably the number 1 or number 2 player on the women's league, I'd be like, nah. But so here we are.
Here we are. Here's the one that's kind of multifaceted. I need 2 opinions from you. Which character on the PS4 do you want to make a big leap, this summer, and which character do you believe will do it, whether you want them to or not?
Who do I want and who do you believe will?
Correct. Yeah, who has the highest chances, and who would you love to see break into, I guess, the main event scene this summer?
I can't say Rex because kind of Rex basically is already there, right?
No, he's there. Rex is disqualified from this.
God damn it! All right.
We're testing. We're going to get to it later, but we're also testing your knowledge of that big batch, that clusterfuck of rookies and sophomores that they have over on Turmoil, myself included.
I'm not that. You can't even include you because you're more right. Well, actually, no. I'm not going to say you because you're in front of me, and that's just going to play to your stupid ego that you have. Like, oh, he does.
No, don't say me. No, I'm disqualified. Yeah, just because I'm asking the question.
And tag teams as well, so I can't really say Russ, but Russ would be one, but I can't really say him because he's a tag team guy.
And what is this? The believe or the want section? Come on, feed my man's ego. I need him in my DMs.
I ain't feeding his French bread ego. Want, I would say Jess if he would pick it up game wise. And I had a women's chat list. I had stupid Gooch, because Gooch is like a really good character that just is just there. It's a really good fucking character. Every time he fucking does the thing in the fucking section of the Discord with all the new attires and looks, like there's shit there. It's a fucking good character. It's a character you can put on media and posters, and I've done that in the past, as you can plainly see with a couple of things. Like, it's a good fucking character, but it's just Gooch. I don't know. Gooch just needs a really good fucking angle. Gooch either needs a really good fucking angle, or Gooch just needs to just fight people and just keep putting on good matches by fighting people. And then what happens? Oh, well, fuck it. We'll put Gooch in there. That's what I think. But I would also say Jess. I like Jess. He's a good dude. He's a good fucking writer. And if he gets nasty on the sticks, that would be nice. And who do I see doing it?
Yes. Highest chances, in your opinion.
That's a fuck. It's gonna be depressing when I say nobody, but I mean
They may be one and the same, your two answers.
I mean, you got Jet, but how many fucking times I'm gonna say that shit? So that doesn't count. I like Ty.
Yeah, give that one time.
I like Ty. I don't see him doing that shit. Mark Reese is we already know who Reese is, so it's like, I mean, okay, that's a possibility. Again, French is more Xbox tag team, so don't see that. You same situation. Although if you guys were singles, it would probably be between you and Russ VP. Yeah, man, that's who I got. It's a deep pool, but it's not a deep pool if it makes sense. I like Salami Kane, but Salami Kane's not going to the main event in like less than 4 weeks.
Well, so, you never know if he keeps getting pops like he did at Lucian.
We'll get to that. Oh man, that was fucking. That was weird. I love that. That was a nice moment. But yeah, that's where I'm at. If it's a vague answers, right. I don't give a fuck.
That's all right. Yeah, I mean, what are people going to expect? I'll take this one. Will Maxwell ever win over my heart? No. Fuck you, Warren. Next one, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Only with bacon and ham. If not, fuck yourself.
Weird. Why are women not main eventing as often as men's? I cannot think of the last women's main event. The one that sticks out of my head is Valkyrie and Heather Angelo and Bertha at the beginning of the season. Like, wait, this is 2018 we're talking, when they had that sweet promo at the end of the show with Valkyrie being, carried through the crowd and everything. That's really the last one I can remember, but I think this may have been, well, that doesn't count.
Okay.
That doesn't count. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Especially with the budding women's division, how big it is at this time this year than compared to it was just in sheer size till last year.
That's one of them loaded questions where, because I'll be honest with you, because I'm ignorant, I take it as like a fucking and then in my head I'm like, oh, that's what you think? You ain't getting what you want. Fuck you. You ain't gonna get it. Actually, no, there was a couple riots and turmoils of women main event, and I'm trying to figure out which numbers were there. I'm pulling over the fucking thing now, but I can't figure it out. What didn't there was 2 women main events recently. I think one of them was with Jagana, right? And the other one,
the only one I remember season, but that's probably mostly because
I'm talking about this season alone.
Me too.
No, there was.
I only remember the one. No, but that's off the top of my head. I'm sure there was another one, but what I'm telling you is it wasn't. And there's plenty of men's matches I've forgotten, but it wasn't quite as memorable. That's all.
Yeah, there's been a couple women's matches, not a lot. And what's the other part of the question? Why aren't there? Oh, okay, here's the honest truth. The honest truth is because a majority of the women's roster is alts. That's the first thing. So you always need a good dance partner. That's the second thing. So most of the time, it just comes down to what's available. And if it's something, particularly that booking books. I don't think there's a specific bias of, not women's matches, but it's really those 2 factors. As far as a pay-per-view goes, when you want to get to the top of a pay-per-view, it has to be a banger. So like you said, that, the Bertha, Heather, Valk match, that's a fucking banger. That would be a pay-per-view thing. But to say like, oh, this match should be main event. Why? Because it's women? Oh, no, but because, no, I don't give a fuck.
And to be fair, I don't think anybody was saying that. I think it was just a kind of a general why not, and it's a pretty acceptable answer to me. Your answer that the fact that a lot of them are alts is probably a way better answer than you could have ever accidentally given. And I'm not gonna question you about the validity of different alts or anything, because I already know.
It's also not anything that's done intentionally. It's basically like,
oh, I know
how many really good women's main event matches can you have like on the show. I got like for Riot, for example. So let's go through the recent Riot and Turmoil main events to see caliber. All right, so one of them is the latest one on Turmoil was 231 was H2 on Bobby Minio. That's a fucking feud that's lasted already a year, almost 2 years. So that's the first thing.
One of the better matches of the season.
Yeah. The next one was B17 and Antonio Everett. Basically, the former champion fighting the former champion fighting the current light heavyweight champion. That's a big-ish. 230. We had one half of the tag team versus one half of the CCW tag team. One could argue that could be a women's match if you want, but Russ is on the up and up, and Mystico is Mystico. So take that how you will. But if you want to split hairs, sure, that could have been a women's match instead. But what match would you put in there where it wouldn't get redundant? Get what I'm saying? So in WWE, to take it to WWE, Raw is 3 hours. So Raw will basically have the equivalent. Let's use a women's match. Raw will basically do Ashley Mo versus Valkyrie till the cows come home. So on Raw like 11, you'll have that match. On Raw 15, you'll have that match. On Raw 19, you'll have that match. On Raw 25, you'll have that match. If that's what you want, I'll do that. I don't give a fuck. That's work for me. But I'm just saying that. But back to the other topic. The main event for 532, right, was B17 and Dot Green, 2 champions at the time, versus the tag team champions CQC. That's a big fucking match. Let me go down again. I'm trying to find the really subjective main events where I can say, oh, okay. On Riot 229, the main event was a fatal 4-way for the CCW championship. That's a big match. Shepard Antonio Everett, that was basically the FI guy.
That was a squash. That was a squash match.
That was a squash.
That was a bad match.
It wasn't a bad match. It was a nice match to see someone get their ass kicked. But
okay.
Again, it was a champion versus guy going into an angle. But that I'll give you that one. That one could have been a women's match. But what match would you put there?
No, but again, I'm agreeing with you. If you have to, when you're making a card, ask yourself, should I make this a women's match? That's not what you should be looking at.
Exactly.
You should be looking at like Valkyrie and Ashley, like at their height. You could just do that because it's like, oh, it's Valk and Ashley. I want to see how they fight. You wouldn't do it because like the women haven't got a run in a while. You wouldn't do it that way because that's more disrespectful to the handlers who run the women's division and the women. That I have to phrase it like that because it's stupid fake wrestling. But yeah, I would say that's more of an insult to just give you a spot as a charity case than not. But I agree with you. It's just numbers. I think it's just numbers.
Exactly. That's why. Is any part of the question I missed?
No, but the next part is from Valkyrie again. And I think this is dumb, so we can keep it short. Do you legitimately believe Valkyrie is ready to carry a division, handler and character-wise? You can chime in if you want. You've been doing that for the better part of a season and a half, and I think you know that. Come on, Valk. Get it together.
That's a very fucking the joke I made in whatever question in the Discord. Actually no, because the person be like, oh, I am. I can't answer that question. You have to do it yourself, but I think you're doing a decent job. You fishing for daps? Oh, look at me!
That also comes on the heels of a joke, so I don't want to pretend Valkyrie was super serious about that.
I don't think I would hope not. If Valk was,
no,
oh god,
Valk knows
if
better.
Valk's getting a 4-way as soon as we come back. Fuck out of here.
Here's a funny one from Rex. How many times?
That sounds like a fucking Damian Boyd question. Damian Boyd.
Oh,
do you see me as a... No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't think I will for the immediate future. No. Next question.
All right, he's got enough airtime. This is from Rex. He said, "How many times will the WCCW Championship change hands before the end of the summer?"
Fucking asshole. Oh, that made my stomach hurt. Fuck you, Rex. Like, all right, I think did I explain it in the VP chat? Or when did I explain it? I explained it in the Who chat. I'll explain it quickly here. Here is the abridged version of the fuckery. And then you can judge for yourself how you see fit. I'll leave it up to you. So I'll give you the abridged version. Okay, so at one point we had it's all over. All right, I'll go all over the place. Basically, someone who flaked was supposed to be filling in left and right, but they flaked, so they couldn't fill in. The CCW match, and I'm gonna say this publicly, and in no way, shape, or form is it a knock on Ralph Wiggum. No disrespect at all. But the only reason he was in that match was because when I was discussing what was supposed to happen, because B17 was going to fight Dot Green. That's what he wanted. That's the match that was supposed to happen. It was going to be champion versus champion, but obviously it was not a unification match. It would just be champion versus champion. Now the issue with that is that would mean that somebody, or actually two people, would not have championship opportunities. That sounds just like Vince McMahon, championship opportunities, and that didn't sit right with me for Wrestlution. If it was a Road to Glory, okay, cool. If it was like a Consequence, cool. If it was a Clash, all right, whatever. But for Lucian, it didn't feel right. So the next bit was, okay, how do we get the belt off of B17? Or at least, how do we provide a provision? So the thing is, since it's competition, we'll set things up so that we can get the required results. So if you have a 3 or 4 way match, it's 33% versus 25% respectively of that person retaining the championship. So if they retain the championship and then they go into the match that they wanted, what happens is in B17's case, if he defended and he won the match, right? So that already gives him RP credit. Like, oh motherfucker, I walked into a 4-way and I came out on top and then he could fight Doc Green. So it'll be champion versus champion. 2 people miss out, but it is what it is because that's where the cards fell. So when it comes to OCW, we'll try to facilitate story stuff, but if the comp stuff wins out, then we got to go with the comp stuff. So that's just how it is. In his case, it was like, okay, let's do Rex, Austin Lee, and B17. So ideally, Rex or Austin Lee wins, and then their matches for the championship, and then B17 can go to Xbox what he wanted to do and fight Doc Green, and we have the match that we had everyone dug and this, that, and the third. So when I was discussing this with the people involved, I said there might be a 4th person. I don't know. So one of the 4th people was supposed to be a motherfucker who flaked. I'll give you a hint. He was a legend, and you figure it out yourself. And then it was the options of who to have. So who can we put on for that match? So everybody was either booked or it didn't really make. It's not that it made sense, but it just. Well, here's one. And it's a spoiler. Actually, no, I'm not gonna spoil it. But someone has a PS4 that will be competing on PS4. That person would show up. It would. It might be a good pop. It might not be, but I didn't want to take that risk. To be honest with you, I didn't want to take that risk. So the only option really was Malu, as for better or worse. And the thing is, there's history there with Malu. So some people, I expected it. What are you gonna do? The alternative is to take the match off the card to begin with. And then some people are like, well, why didn't you do that? I just didn't want to. Whoa, you all right over there, buddy? You moving?
Me? What?
Yeah, I heard you hit the mic or something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
So that's basically the only option I had. I really. Oh, actually, no. I'm not even gonna say that in public because that's just embarrassing for fucking for Kramer to even admit one of the options he had was so stupid. No offense to him, but yeah, the only reason he was in that match was because when I was saying the particular people in the 4-way, the chat was made. I didn't make the chat, and B17 put code. So I'm like, you know what? You're here anyway. Fuck it. I'm not gonna kick you out. That's rude. Now that's me being soft, but in my head I'm like, all right, look, it's like he only has a 33% chance to win. It's not and then he won. So I'm like, fuck, what are you gonna do?
I'm getting serious Scott Steiner vibes from here.
What the fuck are you gonna do? So like, it is what it is. So if you don't like it, you're entitled to not like it. But in my position, you really don't have that many options. Or, you have options that you're like, well, fuck it. It just doesn't go on the show. But then that kind of hurts Code. So ideally what happens is if Code won, he fucking beats somebody that is a fucking tough motherfucker to beat. And that gives him credit. If he loses, but he loses to a fucking beast of a person. But it boils down to, you still got to defend your belt and it's still competition. So even though you're mad that he lost, if he was better, he would have won. No? He has the championship advantage. So what do you want? It's competition. If it was storyline, then we could have, Code go over, yay, and, credibility, but it's competition and Code lost a competitive match. So it is what it is. I don't understand really what else can be done in that situation other than either A, don't have the fucking match at all, or B, just be like, oh, fuck CCW, we're going to move it all the way down to whatever. And it goes back to my point of the part on the card. I really wouldn't mind bringing it down, but then people, oh, see, look at that. See, Code's the champion. Now he moves all the way down the fucking card. You see that shit? You see what they did to Code? He fucking won. They put him at the front of the card. So you can't win either way with these motherfuckers. Next question.
Okay. This, I think, is going to be strictly based on the character itself. If you can, try and be a little less impactful, with in-ring accolades, anything like that. Who was your favorite character in all time in OCW? Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a little bit of both. Who's your least favorite and favorite character, and brief explanation?
All time,
and it can be someone that you found super interesting, wasn't around long. It can fucking be Tiberius Dupree, but again, I want you to stick it just to the formulation of the character themselves, and don't be like, oh, because he's a multiple time world champion and he helps me backstage.
I wouldn't say that. There really isn't one person. That's the problem. Because there's been quite a few people throughout the years. And because I can do what I want with these questions, I would put Tiberius Dupree because the initial evolution of the character was basically like a shitty Lance Storm, and I hated it. It was just a stocky white Lance Storm. Then he was your girl's favorite wrestler. Then he was the fire, and then when he became the betterness, it was a beautiful arc. And then the RPs are always fucking funny. And then of course Nate Ortiz, because of just from day one as a hard worker and always putting on the best possible matches. And then if you want to go to the very, very beginnings, we had guys like Guy Foster who were fucking incredibly beautiful writers. And the gimmick of being a cowardly mastermind was, that was one of the gimmicks which I've yet to ever see done again. It was so that guy always had something creative that you didn't see text wise, and then he would facilitate that with the limited options of the game. Versus, also one of my all-time favorites. Like, I just can't pick one, honestly.
Well, it's been 15 years, so it's understandable.
Yeah, it just can't. So Versus definitely, because Versus always had wonderful role plays, and he just had like this weird humor that I got. It was like mostly Boston humor, but it was also hilarious. He's here now, Mad Mike. I used to love I still love the Mad Mike character. The theme songs, the role. I still remember role play he did that he has no idea he ever did. It was about him and Theater of Pain, which was like the number one heel faction for fucking like a year and a half to 2 years in OCW. Like, it was a heel faction, but it was basically a bunch of misfits. He had a role play where he was in a strip club with Theater of Pain, and then one of them is Guy Foster, who is like a nerd, so he's afraid of strippers. Then you have Majid, who's a fucking lunatic. He's basically Dean Ambrose on fucking cocaine and methamphetamine. And then you have like Mike is there, and he's watching the strippers, but he's like sunken below his seat. It's kind of like he just has his eyes above the table, and he just wrote something. It was just so poignant and funny and dry, and that Mad Michael humor, and it always stuck with me. And it's like he's one of the fucking goats for a reason. Who else? There's a couple of back in the day. RD Money was a fucking great character, son. He was a fucking great character, great moveset, fucking great music. The role plays are always fucking funny. He had little catchphrases that just accidentally caught on. That's who I could think of at the top of my head. And then as far as the polar opposite, I can only think of a few. One of them, I'll just name him Shit Cow, because he hasn't been here for years. Yeah, Shit Cow is a derivative of his name, but yeah, Shit Cow. Dude didn't write. Dude was basically The Rock with like jeans and a rock shirt. He was fucking terrible, son. Just a drizzling shit's a fucking moron. I tried writing for him to help him motivate himself. That's how much of a sucker I was back in the day. That didn't help. His matches was shit. He was just try hard. He was fucking terrible. There was a guy who we used to name him before Me Too. We used to nickname him racist. It was like 2004, so it didn't matter. Rapist, rather, not racist. I'm sorry, rapist. The other R, the other hard R. He was a fucking creep. Just again, someone who never understood. There's a lot of
let me throw another caveat at you, because you keep slipping into this about their work, like how good workers they were, like whether they wrote or not.
I also like the characters themselves.
But the question is who don't you like? So let's try and find somebody who was like semi-active and who did try, but you just found completely unappealing and boring. With that added caveat, can you get into your burial bag? Can you get
That's the thing. When someone tries, I don't have that negative energy for them. If they're trying, I really can't. I can't be like, oh, you suck even because you're trying it. My thing is, if you're trying, I don't. If you're putting forth legitimate effort, I'm not gonna sit there and talk shit because that's fucked up. I'll try to help.
Okay.
You. So I'm trying to think of somebody.
Okay.
Hold on. Give me a
Well,
second.
I can't prod you too much if that's the hill you're gonna die on.
If someone was trying, I'm not gonna shit on them for trying. Fuck that. No. Make my own rules. Next
Okay.
question.
All right. How many rookies can you name?
Alex Asher, Ty Sparks, Damian Bourne, Salami Kane, The Last Blacksmith, Everett, Doc Green. I said that, yeah, Everett and Doc Green, obviously. Well, she left, doesn't matter. Empress, what the fuck is this guy's name? Fucking Tucker. Was it Justin Tucker? Joshua fucking Tucker.
Look at you go.
I said Salami Kane. We just had another one, Max Edwards, like Max Power's little brother. Who the fuck is the other guy? Oh, the guy who won the Rumble, Danny fucking Watts. Who else? On Xbox. Who we got on Xbox? No, he's a fucking vet. He's a wrestler now, and without cheating, that's who I got on my head. If I miss anybody else, then fuck you.
Well, anybody that didn't get
Oh wait,
named,
no,
you know how
Horsey.
to,
Horsey. He's a rookie too.
I think you named him. I think you said it at the beginning.
Oh.
When will be Jason Sensation's final in-ring match?
Don't know because I don't plan on wrestling. Here's another thing we discussed on the goddamn on the Discord. Like, why is it that every motherfucking handler, when they have a league, a fed, a conglomerate, a community, this, that, and the third, they gotta be near the main event. They gotta be somewhere. They gotta be front and fucking center. Seriously. The people who was charged in 1999, the fucking head dude just bounced, I guess because of IRL, so good for him. But, like, he was also competing and making bread, too, like, in the top spot. It's weird to me. It's fucking weird to me because I have no fucking earthly desire to deal with you animals on a day-to-day basis like that at all. Even when I want to have a good match, like even when I can access legends to fight and get mauled by, I don't want to. I don't want to play this fucking game. I don't want to fucking fight or deal with any of you people at all. I just want to run the spot and give you guys the platform to make me happy by having good matches. That's it. I'm a champ. I'm a tag champion and I'm a fucking world champion. And the tag champion, that was when I first started. I was like, oh man, it'd be kind of cool to see if I could play the game with people. And I did, and I became the first tag champion. It wasn't even by cheese and other. It was me and Nate. We beat some other team. And I was like, oh, I guess we're the fucking champs. And we we defended a couple times, and then I think I took the L for the team because I'm a team player. That was it. And then as far as me being a champion, that's literally half the fucking site. So yo, do it. And I did it. And they're like, cool. And I was like, all right, I want this over with. And then I had a little run and that was it. But I don't give a fuck about being up there at all in any capacity. And I'm sure Trans will make a joke, oh, where's Jay going to get into the main event via storyline? I don't want to be at all. And if I did, it was because I was having fun with you people, but not now. I don't like none of you motherfuckers. I don't want to be there. I just want to make the roadways so that you guys can drive up and down the block and drive your cars and park them and go to get milk and cheese and eggs and all that other bullshit. That's it. That's all I get. It's Sim City or Sim Shitty. And I'm putting the pieces together and you guys are running back and forth and I'm happy with that. I don't have no desire to compete and it's dumb. Any fucking person, any owner, any founder, any ruler, whether it is a league, a community, a fed, a this, a that, a third, if you're trying to be on top, if you're trying to hold a championship, if you're holding more than one championship, you're a piece of garbage. Fuck your face. You stink. Next question.
This might two questions that I think Kramer's trying to yank on your chain a little bit here, but maybe it'll be interesting for other people who don't get to see your rants and hear them as often as I do. How long, and I think you turned 38 this year, you can correct me if I'm wrong, how long do you see OCW being a thing?
First of all, that age is wrong. I am 30 plus, I'm 30 plus 8.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
How long do I see it being a thing? I don't know. At one point, Dan talked me into an exit strategy, and that was around Wrestlution 10. I wanted to do Wrestlution 10 and then just fuck off into the moonlight or sunlight or sunset rather.
Sunset, yeah.
Yes, and then that was when that was in 2015. So the idea was we come back, we do Wrestlution 10, and I was done. I'd fuck it. And then we wound up having an influx of people, like a lot of people, and I was like, well, fuck. And then Jamie was like, oh, I'd like a PS4, a PS4 division if possible. And I was like, fine. And then we had that shit, and here we are. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, I don't see me closing up shop in the next year or the next two. I don't know specifically. Because here's the other thing too. For every time I'm like, oh fuck this place, which is rare now. Before in the olden days, I'm like, man, I can't wait to just disconnect everything. Nowadays, I'm like, oh cool. I don't have to fucking go on the desk and yell about people not being able to submit matches on time or submit matches at all. I don't have to do that, so it makes life easier. The other issue is I have martyr syndrome and I also have guilt. I don't want to take it away from people who are like, oh man, this is like my therapy. Oh man, I love this place. I feel like shit to be like, all right, man, I'm out of here. Like I don't want to do that to people. So that's part of the reason it keeps me going. But I don't have a specific exit strategy. But I'm thinking that if there's a rough timeline, it would probably be Wrestlution 20, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I hit the lotto and I could turn this into a job, or maybe my life changes in certain ways where I can facilitate a better deployment of services and make things streamlined. I don't know what the future holds, but for the immediate future, I don't see myself cashing out anytime soon, barring any weird circumstance. And if I do, I'll give people ample notice, and I'll try to make sure not to fuck up anybody over in the process.
I don't know. The ambiguity, I think, is the best possible answer there. This is going to be a question for everybody listening.
I don't even know what ambiguity means. I don't like it. Did you call me a name?
Yes. No, the not knowing, I think, is a good answer. Because saying like, "Oh, forever," you don't know. You can't say that.
Yeah, no, I'm not
and once the Xbox 2 comes out, that's also a bad answer, because then I would fucking kill you. I'm
powered by spite, though. That's the other thing too. Like, I don't know how angry I am all the time. And see, here's the other thing too. This stupid place also keeps, like, what it is I'm usually running from the voices in my head, right? So I got a good dash, so I'm always ahead of the voices. And then with OCW, like, it's extra. OCW gives me extra speed to a couple steps ahead, so it's fine. But I find that if I'm not working on something, then the voices start catching up, and then that's not a good place. So that's the other reason it kind of helps in interim.
You and me are the same person.
I don't like it because I'm better than you. You're annoying. Anyway, what's the next question?
You're goddamn right about that. This is going to be a question for people who aren't in the know as much. What the fuck are you planning on doing with all of this bountiful Patreon money?
Oh man, I said that though in the last desk. The idea is to save it for a forum. That's what I've been trying to do. But the donation season's coming up in July, so it's gonna be up to the patrons, I guess, if they want me to take a couple bucks from that and move it to the donation, or if they just want me to save it. I don't fucking know. Either way, I either have to start the donation drive or figure out what people want to do. I should be doing that like last week, but a bunch of shit's going on personally, so it's kind of hard to keep track. But that's basically the plan. It's for the forum. That's why it stays there. Like, if you need to know the specifics, it doesn't go to my account directly. It's being held in Patreon right now, and I'm just letting it stack up so that when I go to take it out, they can hit me with a big ass fee, like, "Oh, transfer fee, fuck you, we're taking half, suck my dick, yay!" But that's what it's for. It's for a forum. And if more than likely, because the thing is, I like money, but I don't give a fuck. So if people feel like, "Oh, you took my money," I'll just hit refund. I don't care. But the idea is for a forum. I want to build a better forum, a forum that you can link and be more community based. But the thing is, to build a forum is a lot of work, and then are people going to actually use it? So it's like, I don't really want to spend like what is it? I think we're up to like $700 now. I think, I'm not sure. I got to check to do that for a forum, and then no one uses it. Like, what the fuck? I could have fucking bought whores or some shit. I don't know, hookers. So right
Patreon fuck money, love it.
That's where it's at. I mean, low key, if I was a dirtbag, if I wish I was a fucking dirtbag. Like, I'm not built for this shit. I was just having a conversation with somebody like I don't send dick pics. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, no. Like, oh, why don't you do that? Like, it's stupid. It's dumb. Like, because I'm from the generation where I'm young enough to appreciate social media, but I'm old enough to know not to do certain things. Because there's people in their 40s and 50s who do the dumb shit, and then there's people in the the 20s and the teens who do dumb shit. I'm in the age bracket where we know, but there's some of us in our age bracket that are also fucktarded, but I'm not one of them. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna do that shit. Why? So you can fucking not. You ain't get me, motherfuckers. You ain't get me you ain't no dirt. You want to talk shit to me? You talk shit to me in person, and we handle it like it does. I ain't gonna do that shit over there. And they fuck out of here. Oh, send me pictures. No, fuck you. I send you a goofy face, and you get mad. You don't want to talk to me. That's your problem. I don't give a fuck.
How did we land on your status on
no, because
sexting?
because I'm old school. So like I said, if I was a dirtbag, also I think dick pics a dirtbag shit, but that's just me anyway. But no, I'm saying if I was a dirtbag, what I would do is because I want a stream deck. They have a really nice stream deck for like $200. I'll take the Patreon money and buy a stream deck. I want a better mixer. There's one for $300. I would take the Patreon money and buy a mixer. But I'm not a fucking dirtbag, so just sitting there accruing. That's the point I'm making. And if I do buy a stream deck and if I do buy a mixer, it's like my own motherfucking money, and it's gonna make me mad. My monitor broke, right? I had to fuck my. I just finished redoing all my shit. I built a new computer. My monitor got fucked, right? And I had to replace it. The monitor I have now cost me $450 motherfucking dollars. I was like, I should go for the Patreon money. No, that's not the right thing to do. Here's my own money. Fuck, I hate my life. I'm not a dirtbag. Anyway, next question.
Well, here just two things on that. One, we went from your status on dick pics to a stream deck. So I legitimately thought you said, I don't want to send dick pics. I want to stream dick. Like that you want to do like a more advanced version of sexting.
Fuck it. I'll allow it.
Hey, Twitch. So Jake's Jay is a cam girl.
$300 stream dick. Text
and
snaps.
also, this is another thing that I think I speak for a lot of the other Patreons. If you buy something like a piece of equipment or a software or something that you're going to use for OCW, but it's not a forum. I know that because that's your goal. I still think that counts as us donating towards OCW because we're donating to make your life easier in order to improve OCW. So if a stream deck, because I know you have a lot of aspirations to do like with House of Hoot and stuff like that, but if a stream deck makes your life easier to do any kind of audio editing or anything with the shows, then our money is going to OCW, and which is the goal.
I guess. I don't know. Like I always feel weird because I just, you know what it is? I see like the people that take Patreon money and I feel creepy about it. Like I don't even give patrons shit. I actually treat my patrons like shit, which is that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be like, oh, you give me money every month. Hey man, hey Nicole, how's your day going, man? Hey fucking Valkyrie, how's everything? Hey Adam, how's it going, man? Thanks for support. I treat y'all like shit. That's not supposed to be.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Supposed to be giving me money, and I'm treating you like I feel like I'm an emotional terrorist. This is crazy. I'm fucking taking advantage of people. I'm supposed to be kissing ass, and I'm out here telling you to go fucking suck a duck. It's like, damn, man, I'm bad. At this shit.
Okay. Okay. So getting to Mike's questions, he's got a flurry of them here.
Oh boy.
One was any updates on the forum. You already gave us that answer, and I've been able to skip a bunch because a lot of them were repeat questions. Any major changes or plans for next season? Instead of asking you this, because you already did this in your 48-minute intro, I am going to go back to something you said about.
That feels double-sided, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I felt the recoil on that one. Yeah. So I would just want to go back to something that you had said about the no finisher rule in order to finish matches. You're as somebody who doesn't compete and somebody who doesn't understand the game at all at this point. This is why I'm here. I'm here to bounce things off you since I do understand the game. I'm pretty much taking Cassidy's position of telling you you're wrong at this point since he is retired. The game, it's very easy to kick out of things. So when you kept bringing up there could be potential issues with the shitheads, you are right, but you explained it in a way that doesn't really make sense. Like if, for example, you brought up Benji Moore. If he keeps doing a leg sweep and winning off pins from that, he's never going to win off that because the bar is so wide, it's never going to allow that to happen unless it's a 30-minute match, and then you have a different issue. Now, listen. There are other issues like that I brought up when Dan brought it up initially, which is submissions would become, I think, if not rampant, much worse than before. So that's a legitimate thing. And also maybe too many matches finishing on non-finishers, be it by roll-up, by some regular-ass submission move, by a high-impact move. A lot of matches in wrestling either finish with a segmented thing where it's a roll up, a distraction, a disqualification, or a finisher. So if we get too many matches from people who don't know how to work that do a scoop slam late in a match and just happen to let it go, then I can see that being an issue. But I'll let you counter that.
I mean, I'm glad you said that. But we even saw on Lucian, some people had to let go of a pin because the guy wasn't kicking out. Happened more than once. So that's my fear. Again, my fear isn't the few; it's the many. That's why we can't have, like, you have to have the balance of, you have to make it so you don't micromanage because no one wants to do that. It's not fun. It's not a fun experience to micromanage, and then it just leads to people nitpicking every fucking match as opposed to having criticism like, oh, you did that. Oh, you're like, yeah. It doesn't work. So
I agree.
That's why the pin rule is good, but it really only is good with like in OCW maybe 6 people. Everybody else would, it would just be a shit show. So in hindsight, it probably won't even be a thing for the new batch of rules, just because we really can't have nice things. We can't. The only other option would be like, to flag certain matches. Oh, you can do that in that match, but then that's a weird disconnect because it's like it throws people off. So next question.
Well, before we move to the next question, I wanted to get an answer from you from something that Cass did initially, as far as I understand. But now that I'm in Cassidy, now that I'm in control of now that my father is passed on everything to me and I'm in control of Jay Asada, over the summer I'm going to test and see how much of a ball ache it would be to at the end of every week, check basically do a thought audit, because we've had a lot of issues personally with people not uploading their call that they're wrestling with on TV. So I'm going to be checking that going forward, and I wanted to know what you thought of that. So like every week, if you do a TV match, I don't care if it's a dark match or the main event of a pay-per-view, if your fucking call is not up in some capacity before the match starts or like right after or whatever, then what do you think? Because that's a break.
You're gonna make yourself crazy, and it's like it's part of the rules. Just follow the fucking rules, man. It's not difficult. But then there's people like it's gonna be a ball ache for you. That's all. It's gonna be a ball ache for you, and B, what's gonna happen?
Don't worry about me. You say this about literally everything I do. So.
You're gonna have a ball ache, and then it's gonna wind up getting to me, and then I'm just gonna fucking shit on a bunch of people, and no one's gonna be happy. Look, bottom line is if you're fucking fighting, just upload your stupid card. It doesn't take long, man. Why you gotta be a fucking asshole? It's not difficult. We literally give you everything you need to do, and you can't even just fucking upload your goddamn call, man. Fuck. It's not hard. It really. I don't want
to make it to be a huge deal. I just wanted to put it on the desk because it was a part of the question.
For that shit is dumb. What I will do is fucking do it at that person. Stop being stupid. Upload your shit tonight. Thank you.
Well, it gets a little lackadaisical, and then we have a redacted situation. So that's the long game reason that I want to keep people.
That's the other thing too. Like once you start doing good, we're gonna look at your shit like a fine-tooth comb, baby. Like,
Yes, we will.
Take you a little too long to get orange. I wonder why.
I don't know why Mike is asking this question, but an OCW non-competitive, mainly like an RP branded show, he wants to know if Discourse is a good name for it. I have no idea what that is. I think it's a great name, and I want more information about what the hell he's talking about.
I don't know. Mike is insane. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like a writing thing? You know me. I'm fully supportive. Like I was supporting Dan's venture, but Dan told me to go fuck myself. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. It's a great name. I don't hate it. What else?
Okay. Question answered, Mike. You've kind of already answered. Do you feel the current roster is ready to fill the voids created by the departure of the Hoot characters, which again, you already did touch on? There's a lot of people. Then I think that question comes from something Tibby said right after Lucian, where we were buried in negativity from guys like Dan. And Dan's always in character. And then for Tibby to come out and say, he's like, man, the future's bright. This is fantastic. I remember years where I had nothing to look forward to. And now he's like happy that he was able to go out, and he's like comfortable with people moving in. I don't want to speak too much for him because it was just one post in the Discord, but yeah, that's basically that. As a current roster as a whole, do you agree?
Yes and no. The thing is, Dupree is more negative than I am. So if he's super excited, I should be very excited. The thing is, I'm more of a realist by nature, more than an optimist. We do have a lot of, like, we got Rex, we got Valkyrie, we got B17. We have, to a capacity, Trance in some aspect. We have we have Rust. We have Telos, who I'm not too worried about anymore. Before I was like, AC Cobra's still trash at the game, but we have him. We have Code Jackman, who is just fucking. I don't know what goes on in his head, but I imagine it being empty, and you hear just like, "Hello, my name is Kramer. My name's Kramer too. But God bless him regardless. Who else? We have a good crop of people, so I'm not worried adjust and stuff. I'm not worried about the summer. We even have the good rookies, like fucking back. So let's go to this one. Salami Kane got probably one of the biggest fucking pops in Twitch and on fucking Discord, in the Discord chat. One of the big, like, that shit was I want a recording of it. I know you recorded it, but that shit, because
I have it.
I was excited for it, but then I didn't think everybody else was like, it's also weird because in OCW, you can get over without being like in matches if people like the energy you give out on the Discord or the forum, and then you have matches and you have a modicum of FPR. People get behind you a lot quicker. If you good with the banter like Empress, people get behind you quicker. If you're not a raging dickhead on Discord, people get along with you quicker. And I think that's the reason why Salami got that fucking pop, because as soon as you heard the pew pew, everyone was like,
the gunshots.
That's my fucking. I was like, that's my fucking God Salami Kane. That's my fucking God Salami Kane. Like, everybody was fucking flipping out. And then of course, fucking Triple Horse.
Yeah.
Barry, yes. He got the heel heat, bro. No one was happy with that. They were like, this motherfucker. Stupid
Horse Hogan out here.
He didn't
Creative
come out with the
control.
horse head either. It was like, if you're gonna come out with the gimmick, man. Give the people what they want at least. Nah, motherfucker. He got the heel heat. And Salami Kane got that good tweener heat. That was a really good fucking reaction. There's a couple good reactions. When Stupid Valkyrie won, that was a really good reaction. That was a nice one. When fucking Doc retained, that was a good reaction. I'm just gonna assume the energy for when Everett won was the same thing that was in the actual match. I don't think people was like, oh, like, yay, like.
Oh no, it was a boo.
Yeah.
They were roaring boos after the
F1. Yay. He's like the heel.
No, there were no yays. No, he was, and they did a really genius thing at the end of that match. Is Everett's music didn't play, and he had this victory animation, which was like, you remember? I don't know if you've ever seen the clip of The Rock when he comes out to help Roman Reigns, and he holds his hand up, and they're booing him, and he does the eyebrow, like, why are they booing me? Yeah. Everett's victory formation animation was like that. He held it up, and he got down, he looked at the title, and then he looked at the crowd. And then he tried to get back up on the turnbuckle, and we booed him more. It was fantastic. It was good stuff for him. Coconut water or smart water?
Coconut water. I'm from fucking Puerto Rico, goddamn. I used to actually, when I used to work with my father in Harlem when I was like a fucking kid, on the way home, we used to stop by like 138th Street, 3rd Avenue, and the fucking guy would be selling the coconuts on the side of the road, and we would fucking buy coconuts, and I have coconut water on the way home. So coconut water all day, motherfucker. From the coconut, not that shit you buy at the white people stores. Next question.
Jay hates dick pics and Whole Foods. This is kind of weird and off topic, but I don't want Mike to yell at me for skipping a question. When any talent leaves any wrestling promotion, like WWE, for example, do you think it's mostly due to bad working conditions, like backstage and shit, or do you think that it's because they can finally be pushed in another fed?
It depends on a number of factors. If there's actual competition, then yes, because people like, I'll bring OCW as an example too. People leave OCW all the time, but mostly it's for dumbass reasons. Sometimes they don't see. Most of the times, I don't even know why people leave. Like no one gives, They
don't say anything.
They don't say shit to me, or they'll say shit to somebody else, and it's like, well, you never told me, and you made no effort to fix things. Like, if people who've been here for years can't even take the time to fucking spend 5 minutes and be like, hey, man, can you help me with this? Or, hey, man, can we do something? Or, hey, man, I need a little bit of motivation. It's really difficult for me to help somebody. And if you're just going to leave because it's not you, all right, it's cool. Like, Sticks left. Sticks was like, hey, man, I want to do something else. I was like, all right, knock yourself out, man. Cool. The right way. And a lot of people can't be bothered to do that. And the thing is, the only issue I take with that is because I speak on this in seriousness, because it's a hobby, yes, but it's also a hobby that requires work. It's not a sim fed. It's not me sitting here with a bunch of people's call that they sent me and then taking maybe an hour or two out of my day to just kind of throw something together, like a Magic Empire. No knock on Mugen, but he knows what I'm talking about. Like, it's just simulated stuff. It's not a big deal, in my opinion. It really isn't, because the amount of work that we do compared to everybody else, it's staggering. It really is. Like, even the 1999 people, they have a team of people doing shit. When we did it, it's me and it's fucking you. That's it. I mean, there's other people giving us the video stuff, but it's just me and you putting this shit together, and then I gotta take the end of it, and basically you helping me prepare the fucking chicken, so now I gotta roast the motherfucker. So it's work. It's work. So when people are willy-nilly or they're nonchalant or they're indifferent, I take it very personally. It's like, don't waste my fucking time. Like, how dare you? That's the thing. Like, I don't want to be like, it's a blessing to be here, because it really isn't. You get picked on by fucking weirdos. It's not. But at the very least, just have some understanding of where you are to begin with. It is. If there wasn't work, then I wouldn't be so inclined to rip people in half when they do dumb things, because there's work involved. If there wasn't, knock yourself out. Even now, I'm like, but it's annoying. So to Mike's question, people leave for a majority of reasons, and when there's competition, a lot of times the faults of the company they're in or the organization they're in shine brighter. So they can say, like, for example, WWE, they have a harsher schedule. They're actually probably getting paid less, and they work a lot harder, but you have more quote-unquote exposure. Something like AEW, you get health benefits, you work less schedule, and you're either paid comparable or slightly more. So the difference is obviously, I want to go where I work less, make more money, and I can actually work on my art. Some people are about the money. Some people are about the art. Some people just want to keep their head down and get paid, and that's all good. So to the topic of OCW, we aren't perfect, and I'm sure there's a lot of flaws, but the issue is that a lot of times the flaws aren't brought up. So if they're not brought up, we really can't fix them, or I really can't tell you to go fuck yourself unless I know about the flaws. So that's my answer.
All right, we got just a couple left. Who do you see benefiting the most from the summer? You kind of already answered that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, honestly.
Kramer followed up with to give some examples of people who have, I'm not going to say made their career in the summer, but maybe jumped into the forefront. If you can think of any.
You and Rusty last year, definitely. I would say Court was on his way, but Court solidified himself last summer as well. Valkyrie solidified herself last summer. To some extent, Horsey with the Rumble Grounds thing. That was a really good moment.
That wasn't even his fault.
That moment kind of kept him on people's minds. I kind of want to say Capo a little bit. No, was he? No, Capo was here for May, wasn't he? I think so. Was he?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But I kind of think he was. But whatever. I said you, Rust, Horsey, Valkyrie, maybe Rex. I'm not too sure. Nah. Lee, yeah, that's my list. It's not a good list. I can't think off the top of my head like that.
Well, I think the important thing is
Cass also. But no, Cass was actually on his way, so he doesn't really count.
He was the world champion the whole season, so it doesn't really matter. The important thing to note is all of those people he named are recent. So like that kind of proves that it's not really, we're not really going to have a summer lull anymore. So you'll see that be tossed around. It's not a thing.
I could literally just book this. I could do the WWE method, and I'm still, people will be fine. Oh, I'm fighting fucking this guy again. Yeah, okay, fuck it. Maybe this time will be a good match. Yay.
Okay, and I'll combine a couple of questions into one. Give me names that would be. This is weird questions. Give me names for people that you think would be the best to topple Valkyrie, Doc Green, Thomas Archer, and Antonio. That's kind of like a ladder. You got the women's champ and then world champ, mid card, lower mid card title.
So what am I supposed to be doing?
I don't know. Give me a name. Who do you think or see challenge or topple the women's champion, the world heavyweight champion, the international champion, and the light heavyweight champion?
Valkyrie. If it's not Drago or Blaine, nobody, because they're trash. Not trash, but you know what I mean. I don't.
You don't want to see them. They're not trash. It's you just not your cup of tea.
No, it's not that I don't want to see them. I don't think though anyone that's not those two would probably have a fighting chance. But I've been proven wrong before. But those Archer, fuck, I don't care enough. I
like that answer, Antonio.
No, that's rude. That's rude to Jamie. I don't want to be rude. He's not losing. Like, I mean, I could say Rex, but I don't want to see Rex fight fucking Archer.
No, Rex is so far above the international
I want Rex to
title.
go fucking above, but I'm sure Rex is like, fuck that shit, fuck the thing. It's like, ugh. So it's like, it's a fucking no-win situation with that shit. Anthony Everett, fucking Fat Cobra, man. It's like I want him, but he's whack, so he's not gonna win. So
he got better. He was better in that match. He didn't get squashed like everybody thought he was. Because Antonio's good at the game, you know that.
Yeah, nah. Fuck it, Shepard.
Yeah, fuck it. Just start throwing names out there. What about the world champion?
No, fucking Shepard, because fucking Cobra ain't gonna do it unless Cobra does like the push it to the limit, walk on the razors. Unless he does that shit, he ain't gonna win. So it's like, fuck, man. I legitimately want Cobra. Yo, Cobra been here forever. He ain't never got shit, man. Cobra's like shitty Bobby. He's like a worse version of Bobby. Like, Bobby's dope now. Bobby for the last 2 years has been on fucking fire. And I say that shit, he's like, oh, is that to say that fucking Cobra's a shitty version of me? Like, fuck you, Bob. Like, you can't win with Bobby either way. Relentless. But yeah, Bobby,
no, he's coming after you.
Bobby's been on fire for like 2 years, and Bobby's into his own now after he started rough, and he's always been the good writer, but now he got it in the ring and outside the ring, and it's good to see. So Cobra is like really shitty Bobby. So I want like he's really bad. Like he's like really bad version of Bobby. Like it's just bad, son. Bobby's the shit, but Cobra is whack. I love Cobra, but he's whack. That's the problem. Like, he's a fucking loser, but I like him, but he's a loser. See what I'm saying? Like, I can say that. He's not going to be like, oh, you think I'm a... He's going to be like, damn. It's like, I love Cobra. He's a fucking goofball. He's funny. His moveset isn't shit, but he's a loser. So it's like, why can't you fucking win? If this was a fucking... If we did... Mad Michael Morrison presents OCW Discourse, Cobra would be like an underdog fan favorite, because we could just keep writing him winning by hook or by crook, like, oh, roll up, oh, he got the but this is a comp. This is comp, and Cobra is whack. So it's like, fuck, just win a fucking match. It's like, damn, man, like, you want him to win, but he's whack. It's just, oh my god, fuck. What was the next one? You said OCW?
Doc.
Oh, Doc. Oh. We skipping CCW? Y'all rude as fuck. Yeah.
Oh, those are the only 4 that were asked. So if you want to do all the titles, then go for it.
I don't give a fuck. See, OCW Doc. That's actually a good one. It kind of would be cool to see Angus up there, annoying ass court martial, use his government name. He really
your
is
future investment holder.
Is irritating, but I would like to see him up there. But the thing is, it's 2 faces, so it's like, it's weird to have 2 faces do it. Like, it's possible, but it's just, I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, and then Court becomes a heel, like, again, because that just happened with B17. Like, every time someone feels with Doc, they go heel. It would be kind of interesting too. Fucking stupid H2O, but we just had that, so I don't want to do that. I don't think so, but that would be kind of interesting. Oh,
well, his run was cut short though. Like, say he lost it in the first fucking defense, so he was kind of in the same. I was about to say he's kind of in the same boat as.
Was it? Oh no, it was
first defense. No, it was a rematch of the triple threat.
It was a triple threat, and then in true H2O fashion, he fucked himself. Like he
didn't even use Brazil.
No, he literally fucked himself. He was like, I'm running into the ring to stop. Oh boy, and that was it. Like, he fucked himself. Just like he fucked himself at Wrestlution. Wrestlution, like, he was getting fucked. He fucked Drago, so Drago was fucking him hard and good. And then, like, he made somewhat of a comeback, and rather than push the pace, I'm gonna hit the long-ass tone button, and he got fucking sent into the stratosphere. Like, I don't know why he does that all the time. I'm like, all right, that's how, when you had B17 and Doc at Lucian, like, Doc would get to the top, and they realized, oh, he's gonna fucking pop me. Nope. And he would play smart. He would do everything to avoid not getting popped. ASO, the first, oh god, game over. That's exactly what happened. Just like that. He would have fucking jumped through the air, got fucking punched in the mouth, and sent into a coma. The first chance he got, he would have fucking ate one of the fucking launch bingo punches immediately. Doc Green is like, oh boy, no. But H2O, oh no. Like that, I don't know. He's insane. He's crazy. I don't understand. He's a lunatic. He's just fucking.
That was.
What?
I know what you're talking about. That was actually another good moment for Lucian. Just as a sidebar, was when Doc Green back-to-back times when B-17 had finishers. Everybody who knows what the fuck they're doing knows that B-17 has a catch punch. So Doc like knocks him wobbly and jumps to the top rope, and everybody in the viewing party's like, no. And then he jumped back in the ring and hit the pew spot, and it was like, yeah, the kid knows.
Everybody, he was like, you know what? That's not a good idea. H2O though, I got you. Oh no! Like,
yeah, H2O's too busy pointing to the sky that he's about to be launched into.
He's pointing to the sky. He's about to fucking do like a Sabu fucking Macho Man elbow drop, and then he's confused why his skull is in fucking seat section 7E. Like, what are you doing? I love H2O too, but he's a dummy sometimes. Like, don't do that. I don't know why he does what he does sometimes. He always does it. He always fucking does it. Like, I don't know why he just gets in his own way. I'm gonna talk or fucking the triple threat again. I'm gonna break this pin. It's fucking. They gotta calm down. You just gotta calm down and do the Matrix. Like, think, and then attack. H2O's like, I'm gonna just fucking go. Oh no, this is. I love Harvey, but goddamn,
I got you now, Cass.
If he doesn't fucking.
Oh god.
Yo, Harvey stay car crashing, son. It's amazing. I love Harvey, but it's the truth. Like, damn, Harvey, calm down, relax. All right. So yeah,
that's pretty much it for the questions. We've been on here a while, but if you, I don't know, you said you had Lucian stuff.
No, we'll wrap up. We'll wrap up shortly in like 2 seconds. I just kind of wanted to give a brief summation about. You put a bunch of questions that you skipped.
Well, a lot of them were copies.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see any in there you want to address, go right ahead.
Let me see. He asked about how long lasting with the FPRs. Dirty Mac, I like the question, how long do you see OCW lasting? I answered that. It's been around a long time. I see you have no interest in competing. I touched on that. So how long before? I touched on that. Is there a passion for you to provide ETF? Yeah, I actually answered all those questions.
Yeah, you answered all of it. What do you fucking think I'm not? Yeah. What do you think I'm not good at what I'm doing?
Fuck you. Don't fish for compliments. It's below.
I'm not. I'm executive assistant Nicole over here. You got to be like double checking my work.
I really did fucking answer most of them. I'm trying to think. I think Max Edwards had a really dumb question I wanted to answer, but I think I answered it also.
Well, he said, "What do you think of the new signing?" Which is him.
I don't know. What the fuck you want? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Been here 2 days.
You know how to write, so I guess that's good.
Yeah, he actually wrote in the Morrison method, and it wasn't horrible. Yeah, that was good to see.
That's good. I don't know what your car looks like. Your name is kind of hilarious, so that's good. Max Edwards.
He's evil, ethnic, Justin Jest. You don't have to think.
Oh,
too
he's
much.
A Hollywood guy.
Yeah, he's an actor. He's got the stars going.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good
fun.
Thing. Okay.
Read his promo room thing. It's pretty interesting. No. That's what you get. Welcome to the desk.
I'm a great owner. Oh yeah, I'll just touch quickly because we're going for a hot minute. So see, this is what happens when I get rolled up in my bag. It's a long one, so I'll do it quickly. As far as Lucian goes, I'll just give quick thoughts. I'm not going to go into deep discussion about it. The Bobby Maxwell match, did not hate it. Kind of agree with you that it should have probably gone on Prime. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I thought it would be. But either way, Bobby's still fucking rocking and rolling, so congratulations. The Future Investment men's match, I liked it, but the fact that there was no double cameras, even though there was someone else recording, that pissed me off because it fucked up a lot of good spots. At a lot of moments in time, people kind of not knew what they were doing when it came to the ladder stuff, so that kind of detracted from it. But other than, actually, fuck it. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do stars. I'm just going quickly. Capo Jess. First viewing, I loved it. Second viewing, didn't like it as much. Both are rusty as fuck, so there was FPR issues left and right. I felt like they were owed this match, so I don't regret putting them on Lucian. I kind of didn't like that it was a little bit it was almost 20 minutes. It could have gone maybe 15 total with everything, and that probably would have left a better taste in everybody's mouth. The fact that they rejoined at the very end due to a miscommunication, a lot of people hated that aspect of it. They were like, oh, this is stupid. Da, 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 da. literally, this match was done 2 weeks before AEW, and it's the same thing you saw in AEW. So fuck you, you're hypocritical. I don't want to hear shit. If you like AEW Dustin versus Cody finish and you didn't like this one, you're a fucking hypocrite. Period. I'm happy because it gives us a tag team, and I'm happy because it resolved everything. It may have not been the perfect bow that you wanted, but really, what you gonna do after a blood feud? You either shake hands or you murder somebody. So you bruise or brody somebody. So what are you gonna do? The tag match. Fucking, I thought it was gonna be shit. I thought it was gonna be 35 minutes. I thought it was gonna be shit, but it wasn't. It told a really good story. There was actually It was an actual tag match. So if you want to show rookies what a tag match is supposed to look like, show them this match. Period. For the most part, yeah. Fuck it, show them this match. It was to the point. It was a good fucking match. Told a good story. Tag team moves up to wazoo. The fact that Rusty once again fucking hulked up and took control was dope. I liked it. And now they're unified tag champs. Can't complain about it. Good match. Drago vs. H2O, it was going to be a murder. I knew it was going to be a murder. Why did I put it on the card? Fuck it, because it's murder. And you know what? Because Drago's effective. So it was effective murder, but it was short, so I can't complain about it. I loved it because fucking Harvey fucked up and got launched into orbit. So he visited the Russian space station and said hello to Drago's space not uncle. So that's cool. Valkyrie versus Blaine. I thought this would be, I thought it would kind of be a squash. It didn't. The only complaint I have was Valkyrie kind of used that teeth. I don't know if it was Dr. Teeth or Eat the Feet, whatever the fuck it was. I don't care what it was. Feet. Whatever. That happened too many times for my liking. I didn't like it. If you want to fucking sit there, it only happened 2 times. I don't give a fuck. I didn't like it. Stop it.
4 times for the record. Go on.
Okay, 4 times. Yeah. So it was a good match. Told a fucking great story. Again, we thought that they were gonna dog each other out. They didn't. They put on a fucking fantastic match. The end celebration was great. The passing of the torch, if you will. Ashley cashing in was kind of cool because they hate each other. Then when she went Jane Cena, that shit was hilarious. In my opinion, what the fuck is it called? Angels Serenity, Angels Grace. What the fuck? Angels what?
Serenity is the knee. Grace is the DDT.
Okay, so wait, say it again.
Serenity is the knee.
Okay,
she hit that 3 times. Grace is the DDT.
Okay, yeah. So the one I forgot already. I don't care. The knee. One was
the knee, Jay.
The knee was enough in my opinion. The second one was kind of John Cena. It was hilarious though because Ashley's a proverbial punching bag for the heel. So I guess that's what's supposed to happen. So I get fuck it. I liked it. It was fun. It was cool. Rex versus Lee, fucking loved it, top to bottom. Well, no, I loved it a lot, but the fact that there was a couple fuck ups, the production value alone was great for the fucking match. The brutality was fucking great. Lee being Lee, a fucking dummy when he had a pin and just let it. He does this all the time. I don't know what's wrong with him, but Jesus Christ.
Knowing him, he probably didn't think he knew the rules, and he's like, oh.
That took me out for a minute. That took me out, and then when I thought Rex let go of a submission, but he actually broke FPR. That's why he let go of the submission. It wasn't his fault, but that fucked me up. But if you want to have an example for rookies on how to fix FPR fuckers within a match and still make the match look good, show them the first 5 minutes of this match. Well, not the first 5 minutes, but, when Rex fucked up FPR and then did that whole sequence to get punched in the mouth. Beautiful setup. Smart.
So good.
Cody Jackman, Malu, more competitive than I thought. I thought Malu was going to fucking eat Jackman alive. He did. It was a good fucking match. I can't complain. If people don't like Malu, what are you going to do? Oh, okay, buddy. Fuck you. I don't care. Fucking Jet coming back. Ugh. Nate's okay with it, so I don't give a fuck. But it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, I just, show me something so I can be excited again because I was excited and I got disappointed again. I got excited and I got disappointed again. So, like, I don't care anymore. B17 versus Doc Green. Once again, thought it was going to be like, dog. Doc was not rusty, but rookie mistakes left and right. Thankfully, he was able to compensate and it worked out. Told a great fucking story. The face won when they shouldn't have won. Storyline wise, not storyline wise, but you know what I mean. Wrestling wise, like, oh no, he's not gonna win. But that's how it's supposed to be in wrestling. The baby face gets fucked up, and then they win at the very end by hook or by crook. So I like this match a lot. Like I like this match and the women's match a lot. They were fucking dope. Main event, perfect. I got nothing bad to say. Any fuck ups were because of the game's mechanics, but the story was amazing. The 3 people are my favorites. Like I said, the history-wise, lore-wise, this is the first time Dupree was ever in the fucking main event in Lucian. He's been here almost 9 years, maybe 10. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been a while. So, it was great fucking match. It was a beautiful send-off for everybody involved. I couldn't be happier, and I'm also happy about that you did the end scene for me because that was a nice little send-off, and I got no complaints. So those are my thoughts on Wrestlution. If you don't like them, I don't give a fuck. That's gonna. You have any closing thoughts, Jake? Nicole?
Nope. Nope. Good way to spend 2 hours. Appreciate you letting me on.
Yeah, no problem. So, thank you for listening to this very long edition of The Desk. If you think it's too long, hey, such is life. What are you gonna do? You have a ride home. So you have a nice Joe Rogan-esque podcast to listen to. Thank you, Jake, for coming by. Thank you, everybody in OCW from top to bottom who has donated time, who has purchased stuff from our store. We have like multiple income revenue streams, even though it's like no money, but still. I sold enough merchandise for t-shirts and fucking those blocks, those acrylic blocks. I could actually buy sushi. Not really. I could buy a roll of sushi, but still, if you want to be fancy, I could lie and say I could buy sushi, but it's delicious. It's amazing. So thank you for that. Thank you for pitching in with our Redbubble store. Thank you for the patrons. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the hard work you guys put forward. I appreciate it. You know, if you find my words to be critical, deal with it. Everybody in between, thank you for Wrestlution. Thank you for listening. And we got stuff planned. We got What the Fact with Drago. We have This Is Your Match with Somebody. We have the rookie graduates, this weekend. Savage Saturday coming down. Fucking Mugent's Beach Party. Summerside. We keep it rolling. You know how it goes. Thank you so much. And to quote the late Jim Cornette, thank you, fuck you, bye.